Fadeaway World We're 2/3 into this NBA season, so we can already go ahead and make our bold predictions. Thing is, barring a disaster or a miracle, all awards are pretty much set in stone right now. One of the things that always creates a lot of controversies is the All-NBA team's selection, but truth to be told, they look crystal clear to me right now. Let's break it down and predict all of them. Third All-NBA Team Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, LeBron James Blake Griffin, Davis Kyrie Irving and Kemba Walker have posted similar stat lines throughout the season, and both were early MVP candidates, but both of them have struggled to find team success. Still, they're a couple of the most prolific backcourt scorers in the world. LeBron was leading the Lakers to the 4th seed in the West before falling down with an injury. Now, he's facing a lot of bashing because of his lack of defense. Therefore, he'll have to settle for a third All-NBA team selection. As for their big men, Blake Griffin is having arguably the best season of his career, but his Pistons are incredibly inconsistent. Anthony Davis, on the other hand, posted yet another MVP-caliber season on a team with no shot at making the playoffs. Second All-NBA team Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic. Russell Westbrook is on pace to average a triple-double for the 3rd straight season, but people don't look impressed by that anymore, especially with Paul George being now the best player on his team. Damian Lillard and Kawhi Leonard have truly stepped up as leaders this season. Their teams have been fighting for a top spot on their conferences all year long, and they might mess around and make it to the finals. Kevin Durant is not the best player on his team but has still been quite impressive throughout the entire season, while Nikola Jokic led the Nuggets to the 2nd-best record in the West for most of the year. First All-NBA team Stephen Curry, James Harden, Paul George, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid. Stephen Curry's one of the most underrated players in the world. He's the greatest shooter ever and the best player on the best team of the decade, and he had yet another MVP-caliber season even though no one seems to be talking about him. James Harden had one of the most incredible scoring runs in league history. He scored 30 points in 38 straight games and led his Rockets all the way to the 4th seed in the West following a terrible start of the season. Paul George should be in the MVP conversation and has really stepped up as the best two-way player in the league this year, even ahead of Kawhi Leonard. He's the Thunder go-to guy and the main reason why they're championship contenders. Even despite Harden's historic run, I still think Giannis Antetokounmpo is the MVP. He took his team to the best record in the East, were the first on clinch a playoff berth, and he has been incredibly dominant in both ends of the hardwood. He's even knocking pull-up jump shots and all. And finally, Joel Embiid has been the best big man in the league by a long shot all year long. He's been healthy for most of the season and made great strides as a scorer. He's leading the Sixers to the 3rd seed in the East while scoring 27 points per game and also being one of the league's best rim protectors and low-post defenders.